Hello everyone, Simon Götzen here from MTG PowerTools, and in this video I'm going to show you how to price your stock automatically with MTG PowerTools. I've connected my card market account and I'm ready to head over to stock pricing. What I've done before, and we can actually refresh the stock just to be safe, is added a bunch of cards to my account ready to be priced. A lot of these are commons and uncommons from my courier, but I also have a few other cards in here, for example this Baneslayer Angel. First, let's take a look at the filters on the right. I can type in a card name and just look at cards that match the card name. I can filter by common. So for example, all cards in stock is something that I gave to some of my articles. I can filter by expansion. So if I put here Magic 2011, once again, the Baneslayers will be filtered out. The exact price, I think all my cards are at 1,000 euros right now, so that doesn't make a lot of sense to try. I can filter by condition, and as you can see, it updates automatically. I can also filter by quantity. So if I want to filter out the commons and uncommons that are listed with 16 and 8 times each, I will get to see all the remaining cards in my stock. Finally, I have the option to filter by price range. I can filter by language. I can filter whether a card is foil. I can filter by playset. And then I have some additional filters which are based on whether you have selected cards or not. Selection is important to actually do the auto pricing. So what we do now is we decide which cards we want to auto price. So let's just do all the cards in Ikoria, and actually all of them. So this will include commons as well as mythics, no matter what. What I do then is I select all results. You can see it's 247 of them. And I say auto price the selected cards. Here we get to choose our strategy. And just to show you, you can set those strategies in the settings. I'm just going with the default ones. So we have the option to undercut private sellers, undercut German professional sellers, to go with 90% of the trend price, and so on. There's also bulk settings here. So these are the minimum prices for given the rarity and whether a card is foil or not. Back to auto price selected. And let's say I want to use the undercut German professional strategy. Then I click auto price, and MTG PowerTools in the background will collect all the relevant price data and compute the price suggestion based on this strategy. We wait a few moments, and we actually get the feedback that 247 articles were successfully priced. Now, what can happen in this view is that some prices cannot be determined. Then MTG PowerTools will actually be careful and not price a card instead, rather than risking that the price is off and will cause you losses. Another interesting thing that you can see here is for the cards that got a new price, like for example this Triland here, we got a comparison by a German professional seller who's selling for €5.90. So our price is going to be €5.85. For other cards like Zenith Flare or other commons and uncommons, those were so cheap that we just used our bulk pricing without looking up professional sellers for this kind of card. All right, I'm not going to go through all the list, but in theory we could do this. We don't have to though, because these prices are currently only in your browser. So I can save them locally. They have not been published to Card Market yet. This only happens if I press Publish Changes. But let's wait with that. I'm going to reset the selection and show you one more filter. Let's actually be safe and reset the filter as well. So what I can do is I can set edited to yes, and it will only show me the ones where the price was already updated. And if I set the filter to edited no, I get to see the cards that were not yet updated, which is only a playset of Tarmogoyfs and these Baneslayer Angels. So let's price these with a slightly different strategy. We will pick the private sellers this time, just to show the difference. Pricing 3 articles should be a little bit faster than 247. And now here you actually see that, yes, sometimes it can be a power seller that we're competing with, but MTG PowerTools now also considers private sellers to identify the correct price for your cards. So our Baneslayer Angels, the German one is going to be priced at 394. The English one is going to be priced at 395. Not a big difference. The Tarmogoyfs are going to be priced at 36 euro 40 because we found a reference price of 36 euro and 45 cents. And with that, we have actually edited all the cards. We can save the changes locally again. This is just important if you want to go back and not lose your edits. But it's a good idea anyway to publish changes when you're done updating your prices. So let's do that. We had 250 cards to start with. We priced all of them within a few minutes, and we can publish these changes to Card Market with the click of a button. And that's the basic workflow of pricing cards with MTG PowerTools.